is mine. The universe will take its time, but it will align. Line, yeah. What's yours is yours, what's mine is mine. The universe will take its time, but it will align. Line, yeah.
Hey y'all, so what I decided to do today is called a month ahead tarot spread. It's basically a tarot spread that you do when you're leaving one month, about to enter another month, and it gives you kind of a foreshadowing on some opportunities that might come your way, some things you might need to be a little more careful in doing, some things you might need to consider, some roadblocks that you might face. It's basically, like I said, a little bit of foreshadowing for how next month is gonna go. I decided to do that for you all. Now, I will go ahead and be completely transparent. I have never done a reading that I recorded, so this would be my first one. I rarely do readings in front of people, face to face. Very few people have gotten a face-to-face reading from me, and the reason for that is that I use my intuition. There are some cards that just like in my stomach, I feel exactly what they're saying to me. There are other cards that I still am like about. I have a book here. So if you know me personally, you know I don't allow people to touch my journals, my notebooks, nothing. Don't touch it. If I write in it, don't touch it. Don't touch it. This book right here is a little journal that I use, and I literally have a page for every single tarot card in this book. Most of these pages are filled out. Maybe I filled out the last one today. Most of these pages are filled out, but it's notes on the meanings of the cards, the way that the cards hit me, what the colors and the cards represent to me, and things like that. So I rely on this book as heavily as I rely on my intuition, and I also take my time. I don't want anybody sitting in front of me while I'm sitting there trying to piece together what I feel like the message really is for them, or while I'm trying to decipher what it is that's being told to me to communicate. I really rather just be by myself. I rather do it over the phone, or I even have people who I see face to face on a daily basis and they want a reading from me. So they'll give me their money. I'll go home and do the reading. And then next time I see them, I have a picture of it and I have the notes that I took on it. And then we're able to just do it conversationally. I don't prefer being recorded, being in real time, being face to face with somebody doing a reading, just because it makes me anxious and it's uncomfortable. But I'm going to try to get past that today and do a month ahead tarot spread for you for the month of October. So this tarot spread consists of 4 cards. The first card is going to be the main theme of the month. Second card is past influences affecting this month. So something that you might have went through in the past that might come back up, might come back to bite you, because everybody don't be living right. You know, just a way that your past will affect the month that we're about to enter, which your past is always, always, always a factor in your future. Always. So keep that in mind. Potential roadblocks of the month and potential possibilities or potential happenings of the month, potential opportunities for the month. Also, I have moved 3 times since my channel was last active. So my tripods, both of them are in my grandma's garage somewhere. Where exactly? I have no clue. So the camera might shake every now and then. I'm sorry for that. We'll figure it out. This is a look into October 2019. This is a look into October 2019 for the collector. Okay, so for the theme of the month, the potential theme of the month, we have Temperance in reverse. So when it's upright, Temperance represents balance, right? I look at this as you cannot pour from an empty cup. So in our lives, we go through things that require effort from us, that require energy from us, right? And if our energy is off, if we don't have the effort there in the first place to put out, we can't do it effectively. You cannot do something to the best of your ability if you are not at your tip top shape. You cannot do something to the best of your ability if you're out of whack, if you're feeling imbalanced, unfocused, distracted, cloudy. If you have a bunch of mental noise around you, you cannot perform to the best of your ability. With this being the theme of the month in reverse, I'm looking at it as October will be a month for many of us to regain our balance, to fill our cups back up so that when we pour from them, we are not giving our very last. October will be a month where many of us are perfecting our time management skills, making sure that we're not spending too much time at work, but we're also not spending too much time having fun. I think that for many of us, October will be a time where we are understanding what our priorities, goals, desires really are. What are the things that we really want to get to? And I think that October will be a month where most of us, many of us, are preparing space for the things that we've asked for the blessings that we've asked for. If you have asked for more time with your family, more time with your significant other, more time with your children, you might find that your hours are being cut or that you're taking more time off. Stuff like that. I feel like October, the theme of it will be preparing for what you've asked for in many senses. And since I don't do it zodiac specific, it has to be as broad and as general as it is. I think that October will be a period of realignment for you all, getting back into balance, getting to a level field versus feeling exhausted, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you have too much on your plate. October will be a balancing month, a month of realignment, a month of getting it back together where it should be so that we are at our very best. So for ways that the past are going to affect October, you have the Four of Cups. This card, I have a personal connection to. Look at it while I'm speaking, right? So my grandma, when I was a child, used to tell me, you are never satisfied. And I did not know what that meant. And this year, I literally found out about myself. I'm never satisfied. When I get a new job, I'm like, I want more money than this. Or, this isn't what I thought. If I get, something that I asked for some reason, it's never good enough. And I could see how stressful that could have been for her as a parent, but never satisfied. Never satisfied. It's also hesitance, right? So when we think about it in the sense of tarot, looking into October, Four of Cups, ways that our past may be affecting the month ahead. Something in your past, and I think this speaks to all of us. I don't know a single person that this doesn't apply to. Something in your past has made you a little less trusting than you used to be. Something in your past has kind of put you on your butt and made you feel like, whoa, I thought this was this and it turned out to be this. And because of that, I'm scared to commit to another this. I'm scared to look at these roses and think they smell like roses. They're great. They're beautiful. Like for some reason, you feel like when you look at your roses, you're like, well, where are the thorns at? I know there's thorns on that rose. I know there's thorns on that rose. You can't just receive your bouquet because you're like, there's thorns on that rose. And if there's not thorns on that rose, there's bugs in it. So your past is affecting October, because even though you might get some opportunities, you might get some of the things that you've asked for, you might have some positivity being offered to you rolling your way, you feel hesitant and you feel like, I'm not sure, I don't know, what if. So while again I feel like that's a very common theme, I feel like that speaks to all of us, try not to be super defensive. Try to remind yourself that good things do come, and good things don't always have BS tied to them. Sometimes it really is just time for you to get your relief. Sometimes it is your turn to be up next. So definitely don't make rash, impulsive decisions, but don't block your blessings either. This card is funny to me because he is obviously dissatisfied. There are 3 cups right here. So in the sense of tarot, cups are fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, material gain. He has 3 cups and is obviously dissatisfied still, despite the fact that there's another cup being offered to him. So don't be this guy. Like, don't have things in your life that are already amazing that you have not even said thank you for, while you're still asking for more stuff, receiving what you asked for, and then you turn around like, I don't want. That's messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up. You cannot be like that. Potential setbacks or roadblocks is the Page of Swords. So I had to learn as a tarot reader that sometimes it's not going to be clear, because this is a good card, and then for it to fall in a place of a setback. When I first started reading tarot cards, I was like, what does that mean? Like, how so? But this is what I'm feeling about it right now. So the Page of Swords is a green light. If you've got an idea on your mind and you're like, should I? If you get a reading done and you get the Page of Swords, that means go for it. Go for it with energy. Go for it with passion. Go for it with all the tools you got. Like, throw the team on your back and go. It's going to work. In this sense, you want to go for it, but a setback is that you might not have a plan in motion. So you might have had this was in my last video. You might have had an end goal in mind and you had no plan of how to get to that end goal. So now it's time to actually take some type of action, and you have not prepared yourself properly. You haven't set yourself up for success. You haven't set yourself up to actually obtain what it is that you wish to obtain, because all you were thinking about was the end goal. That's why I always say in my readings, do the work, do the work, do the work. You have to do the work. You cannot just think that stuff's gonna fall in your lap. Get up and do work. You can't ask your higher power, your ancestors, those preceding you in death, you can't be asking them for help, for guidance, for assistance, and you're doing nothing. That's not fair, and that's never gonna work. Also, I think that Page of Swords as a setback is an indicator that for many of us, we have plans, we have goals, we have things we want to do, and we are still in those groundbreaking stages of creating a foundation for it. If you are in the process of creating a foundation, you do not need to be going around telling everybody the plans of your foundation or the plans of the house that you're going to put on that foundation. It's okay to share things with your mentor, your network, people that can help you, provide resources for you, but it's not okay to just keep talking about what you're going to be doing to any and everybody, because some people are preying on your downfall. And I want you to think about it this way. Your prayers don't get up to where they're going any faster than mine, any faster than hers, his, hers. The girl that did you wrong in the 7th grade, when she prays, they hear her prayers just like they hear yours. And so when you think about it that way, the same way that you're praying, I want to have the best worm digging business in the industry. I want to have the best. You've told 10 people. Okay, so out of those 10 people that you think are your friends, at least 2 of them hate you. So then those 2 people are going behind you, making sure that they do everything in their power to keep you from getting to what you want. If you tell 10 people and 2 of them hate you, then one of them, when you turn around and say, I'm not sure about this, what do you think? They're going to be giving you the wrong info. They're going to be putting the wrong stuff in your ear. X, Y, and Z. I don't want this video to be too long, but for the Page of Swords to be there as a setback, make sure you have a plan when it's time to go about execution. Also, keep your mouth closed. You don't have to tell everybody everything. You do not have to tell everybody everything. Put the work in, put the work in. And honestly, you don't need to announce to anybody your moves until you're announcing the opening of it, until you're announcing the launch of it. You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing all the time. You don't. When people say moving in silence, first of all, why are you saying it? Because that's not moving in silence. But that's what you need to be doing in October. Moving in silence, just getting it done quietly. Possibilities of the month. 8 of Pentacles. This card, again, speaks to me personally. Because as an Aries person that is, quote unquote, never satisfied, this is me. So when I get this card, I often just, it pops in my head, a watch pot will not boil. Y'all have heard that saying. You want the payoff, but you are just too busy thinking about the payoff. If you plant seeds into soil, you can't come back 3 days later like, where's my flower? How much sunlight have you given this seed? How much water have you given this seed? How much fresh air have you given this seed? You cannot plant a seed and expect flourishment within days. So that's a card of patience. That's a card of investment. Make wise investments and trust that they will pay off. But know that they will pay off. And that helps with your patience. Knowing that whatever you ask for that is meant for you is already yours. That helps with your patience. Because at this point, it's just time for you to do the work until you receive it. If you know for a fact that you have put in effort, trust yourself, trust your work ethic, and trust your higher power that those efforts will pay off in some way. Know that you are always taken care of. Don't become anxious because it's not happening on your time. Because this is a lesson that I literally have to learn multiple times a year. The more you want it on your time, the longer it takes. So you might as well kick your feet up and relax, okay? Nobody knows their last day, but God willing, we all have plenty of time. Know that it's coming. Don't get impatient. Don't get anxious, because those are the 2 things that'll prolong it more. You are not in control of anything, and I had to teach myself that as a tarot reader. You don't run nothing. You don't run nothing. You are one person on this planet. Sit back, be patient, and wait for yours to fall in line like everybody else is having to do. And most of us live in this spirit of comparison. She's got her, she got her, she doesn't work as hard as me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And please, 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 excuse my language. What he eat won't make you shit. So stop watching their plate. Anyways, I hope that this was helpful. I hope that this type of video was comfortable for you to sit through and experience, even though, you know, I've never done one of these before, or, you know, even though tarot is not something that too many people are familiar with. I hope that this was comfortable. I hope that it resonated, and I hope that it helped out and motivated you some. If you are interested in purchasing a reading from me, you can either let me know on my Instagram page, or you can email me. Prices are going to change in October because I have not been properly compensating myself. This takes a lot longer than people think it does for me. And it also takes a lot more energy than people would ever assume. It takes my emotions, because people be going through it and I have to deliver that to them. So, prices are going to change very, very soon, but I'll have details down below. Definitely let me know what you thought about this. Leave comments with questions or letting me know how you felt about this, and next time we'll chop it on up.